Next on 12 News Valley Dish, Valley Dad Dave Bernstein is getting us in the breakfast mood with his ham and Swiss cheese crepes and orange date nut bran muffins. The Valley Dish starts right now.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to 12 News Valley Dish. I'm your host, Tram Mai. Before I welcome my co-host today, Dave Bernstein, let's go to his house and take a look inside his pantry.
This is one of my children's favorites, Reese's Puffs right here. And I'll tell you what, no matter what mood they're in, if I bring out a dish of Reese's Puffs, they're a happy camper. I've got the Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce right here. Got to definitely have some peanut butter in there. You know, this isn't good enough for me here. I've got to add a little something to this to kick it up a notch. A little something like cinnamon. I've been known to put in here even some chilies. In fact, we've got the ancho chilies right here. We ground these up and stir these in here. I love making a little Mexican hot chocolate. Of course, I've got my own standby right here, the Life cereal. And of course, I'm not messing around because I've got the Life regular and the Cinnamon Life. One of my favorites, one of my girlfriend's favorites, the dark chocolate. That's right. It's got to be good dark chocolates, no matter what you're sick with. It could be the flu. You could have a head cold, and maybe just having a down day. Bowl full of chicken noodle soup right there, and you're ready to go.
That's a classic, chicken noodle soup. Welcome back, Dave.
It's great
good
to see
have you.
Absolutely.
I know. We are doing well today. If you would like to check out today's recipe or recipes from all of our previous shows, just go to valleydish.azcentral.com. Now let's check out what ingredients you're going to need for today's first dish. The ham and Swiss, ham and Swiss, you like that?
I love it.
Ham and cheese with Swiss cheese crepes with Dijon hollandaise sauce, 2 eggs, 3/4 cup of milk, a 1/2 cup of water, 1 cup of flour, 2 tablespoons of melted butter, a 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla extract, 8 thin slices of ham, 8 thin slices of Swiss cheese, some non-stick cooking spray. For the hollandaise sauce, you will need 3 eggs, a 1/2 cup of butter, a 1/4 cup of white wine, 1 tablespoon of Dijon mustard, 1 tablespoon of lemon juice, and a dash of cayenne pepper. A little heat.
Absolutely, you bet. You know, I love this. This is such a holiday-themed meal right here. And have you ever made crepes before? I'm just curious.
I did once on the show with Stephanie Green, and it was a lot of fun. It was about the wrist action, though.
It is. You know, it's a very intimidating thing. You know, it's funny because I still make a lot of mistakes myself. But the nice thing is that, again, you are in charge of the food, okay? A crepe is, you know, kind of a little tricky to flip, but you know what? Don't let the crepe beat you. You beat the crepe out of it, okay? That's all you got to do. So
it's all technique,
exactly,
Dave.
That's right.
Okay.
So we're going to go ahead and start this off here, and we're going to spray these pans. And what we want to do is we want to make sure that we're spraying these pans before every single crepe that we put on there.
Right.
Because if we don't, they stick a little bit more.
Okay. You want to spray it now, or do you want to start assembling everything?
No, we're not going to spray it right now, but you're going to want to do that. So it's very important that you don't go from here and just dump it right inside there. I want to make sure that I let everybody know that. It's very important. I learned that out the hard way.
Yes, because it'll be sticky.
You bet. So go ahead and we're going to go ahead and put some eggs inside here.
Okay.
Okay, we're going to crack the eggs in here.
Are we whisking the eggs?
We are whisking the eggs. Okay.
Now, we're doing kind of a breakfast for dinner theme.
It's a little bit, you know, a lot of people are used to having crepes for breakfast, and you can, you know, certainly put breakfast type of ingredients inside there. But I like savory crepes, ham and cheese crepes, and as a matter of fact, I brought some asparagus for you as well, too.
Thank you for thinking of the greens.
I
try to eat healthy, just like you're a health nut as well.
I try.
Yes.
And certainly the hollandaise sauce is just to die for. And we did make that in advance because I know we're going to spend a lot of time here on the crepes, but it's a really beautiful thing, and you can add so many different types of ingredients inside there. I'm going to let you whisk those there.
Okay.
And let's go ahead and put a little flour in.
I need a fork. Fork. Here we go. I'm just going to use one of these.
All right. I'm just going to keep dumping some stuff in there as you're whisking away.
Okay.
Now, we do have a swap out for the crepe mix here because we want to make sure that we have the right consistency and spend a lot of time on this. And you promised me that you were going to attempt to flip a crepe today. Is that correct?
I will attempt.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Adding a little white wine. That's interesting. White wine and crepes.
Absolutely.
Wow. You are making this a little dinner.
We're making this nicely here and everything, all right? And it really only takes a few ingredients to make the crepe. It's what you put inside that makes it special.
I will be honest with you, this works a lot better with a whisk.
Yes. Which we do not have a whisk here today.
It's MIA, but, you know.
That's okay.
Use your imagination, because luckily you did you kind of already did a lot of this mixing ahead of time.
Absolutely. And I would love for you to just start doing some crepes with me. Should I go ahead and get cracking here?
You go ahead, Dave. I'm going to follow your lead.
All right.
So once this is all obviously you take the lumps out of it and everything, then it's good to go.
Absolutely. And all you got to do is pour enough on the bottom of the pan here just to swirl it around.
Okay.
Just like that. And again, I make mistakes like everybody else. I'm going to pour a little in for you, and I want you to swirl it around as well, too. Okay, go ahead and swirl that around.
All and you want a really thin layer, I know.
You do, yeah. If you like thin crepes, make it thinner. If you like, you know, a thicker crepe, make it thicker. And then just go ahead and make sure that is going up there and everything. In fact, yours is actually, your burner is looking better than my burner right now for some reason here.
Switch burners?
No, we're okay.
Well, you do actually have a smaller burner.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, we're doing
So
right
you don't use like a spatula?
No, I do have a spatula here, just in case here. This actually helps flip it, you know.
Okay, that is a huge spatula.
It is. This is a really big bad boy here.
Okay.
Yeah, for some reason, that burner is not working so well here.
I think because it's on a smaller burner.
Yeah. I'll tell you what we're going to do here. I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to swap this out right here.
Let's do it.
And let's do that. Now, you're ready to flip that right now.
Okay.
Now, if you've sprayed it properly.
I'm going to show me first how you flip, and I'm going to follow your lead.
All right, we're going to give it a couple seconds here. We want to make sure this is on. Now, what I'd like to do is get you were talking about the spatula here, like to loosen it a little bit here,
around
just to make sure, just around the edges. And again, the odds of this actually flipping in one piece, being the non-professional that I am, the amateur man.
Since I'm waiting for you, I'm going to do a bold move. I'm going to
let you do it. I'm going to let you do it.
This is a little scary.
Okay.
Wait, I got to get it non-stick. There we go.
So you're going to get it kind of like that there. Okay. All right.
Oh my gosh, you're making me nervous. Oh shoot.
No, that's okay though. But you can fix. But you can fix. But you can fix it. That's okay. That's right.
You know, it's in the wrist.
You ready? Let's see if we can do this here. You ready?
Where's that spatula?
1, 2, 3.
Whoa!
Done. And we're
That was great.
Let's go ahead and add some ham and cheese onto it right away, right now.
Okay.
And I'm going to let you work on that one there. And by the way, if you do mess it up, it's not a disaster. Let's make another one. What do you think?
I feel like a failure.
It's all good. It's all good. You know, it's about trying new things right here. And you know what? Like I said, you're better than the food.
This is
Don't
awful.
let it beat the crepe out of you. Beat the crepe out of it. Okay?
Oh, crepe.
There we go. All right. And by the way, this is the way we want it to look right here, okay? We're going to have the ham and the cheese right on top of there.
You did the cheese first and then the ham.
Because it melts faster that way.
Okay, let me ask you this, because, you know, we are all human here. When you've got a holy crepe, what do you do? I mean, would you toss it, or
honestly,
would you still want to try to make some magic out of it?
You know what? I'll tell you what. Let's go ahead and toss it. Well, I'm going to let you work on this one right here, because at least we have a nice, beautiful one right here. Okay. And I really do want you to.
You know, technically, you could fold this in half and just kind of,
absolutely,
you know, make a semi-omelet out of it.
And this is what we're doing here. We're folding it over like a burrito. See that?
Yes.
Just like that. And we're going to make sure that's fine. And you kind of want to have, if you can see closely, you want to see the brown right there.
Right.
You want those little dimples on there. You don't want to overcook it because it'll be too rubbery. You don't want to undercook it too, because it'll be too raw.
Do we have a plate for this?
Absolutely. You bet. We're going to use that plate for yours.
I want to see you do this again.
You want me to flip it again?
No, I want you to do another crepe, and I want to see.
You bet. Okay, we're going to just turn that over, as you can see right there.
Nice that looks.
And that's exactly the way that you want it to look right there. And we're going to put that on the plate in a couple seconds, and we're going to put some sauce on top of it, and that's game over.
And again, the hollandaise sauce, you pre-made this ahead of time.
Yes.
Okay.
And there's a little white wine in there, a little Dijon in there as well, too, and it's beautiful. You ready to put that on the plate?
Yes,
okay.
Please don't burn me.
All right, I will not burn you, I promise. There you go.
It's
done.
Beautiful.
Once again, you want to make sure you spray this
now,
each
how much
time.
sauce do you put?
How saucy you like it?
I like it very saucy.
Sauce it up, woman.
Yes.
Bring it on. All right, we're going to put a little on here.
Oh, my goodness.
All right, let's go ahead and let's do that right there.
All right. And I want to spare. Please.
I think, by the way, I don't think it's anything you did here. I think it has something to do with the burner itself, to be honest with you. I think,
you're so kind.
it is. It's, you know, it's the way it is.
Sonia's laughing away.
No. It takes a lot of guts to do something like that, you know.
Well, you know, and it did sit for a while, and yes, okay.
Yeah, this is true.
We'll blame it on the burner again.
So we're going to go ahead and let this go for just a couple more seconds here and everything. And then once again, now, you know what we're going to do? Tell you what, let's go ahead and put a couple pieces of asparagus in there. What do you think? You want to do some asparagus?
Some greens, that's always nice.
Let's do that.
Now again, you're going to take your spatula and it helps to loosen the sides.
It does, yes.
Okay.
Okay, now not quite yet, almost there. We want to make sure. By the way, again, this is something that you can do with the kids. You know, I mentioned a lot that, you know, you can make a lot of meals with the kids. Kids, anytime you can flip something up in front of your children, I mean, if you're making, I mean, this is just a wonderful thing.
Just don't let your kids flip it.
Okay,
that would be a little dangerous. You don't let your kids flip it, do you?
Are you kidding me? Oh. You've met Holly and Amanda. You know.
I mean, they're really smart kids.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. No, they love doing it.
This could get a little tricky.
All right, now we're just going to go ahead and there we go, just like that. And you know what? There's a good chance.
Well, you know what, the asparagus too, that would be a little tricky too.
It's going to weight it down a little bit.
Yeah,
it is.
We may have asparagus flying.
There is a 50-50 shot that one of these may come flying in your direction right here.
Okay, where's my hairnet?
Okay, well, we're going to do this here. You want to flip that a second time?
No,
you
do it.
Are you sure?
It's all you.
Are you sure?
Do
okay,
it.
all right, all right.
You got 20 seconds.
Okay, count of 3.
Woo!
All right, now notice I made a mistake right there, but it's okay. It's all right. This
Only
one,
one asparagus.
I actually botched that, and that's how you fix it right there. You just go ahead and shimmy it there, and that's why you want to put a lot of non-stick spray on there, because if you don't, you have a better shot of some of it ending up on the ceiling here.
Dave, you always impress me.
Ah,
every
it's all
time.
good. It's all good.
Shimmy.
Shimmy.
It's all about the shimmy.
It's kind of like twisting and shouting at the same time here.
Okay, Ferris Bueller. All right, so we are going to work on this during the break. We're going to continue our breakfast theme meal, and Dave is going to show us how to make his orange date nut bran muffins. Yummy. Celeste Rodriguez is live in your neighborhood, getting ready for the holidays. We'll have that soon. And welcome back, everyone, to 12 News Valley Dish. I'm your host, Tram Mai, along with Dave Bernstein. Dave is ready to share his orange date nut bran muffin recipe with us. Here we go. 2 cups of shredded bran cereal, 3/4 cup of hot water, 1/4 cup of vegetable oil, 3/4 cup of buttermilk, 1/4 cup of orange juice, 2 tablespoons of dark molasses, 2 tablespoons of honey, 1 tablespoon of grated orange zest, 1 large egg, 3/4 cup of all-purpose flour, 1/2 cup of whole wheat flour, 1½ teaspoons of baking soda, 1 cup of chopped dates, and 3/4 cup of chopped walnuts. Very nice. We are ready to rock and roll.
Okay, time to rock and roll here.
Okay.
Basically, you see a lot of bowls here, and there's a reason why we have a lot of bowls here. Basically, what we want to do is we want to make sure that this isn't too crunchy or too nutty or too moist or too wet. And by combining things in a certain way, it's always the perfect consistency. In fact, that's one of the things that when I grew up, I was, you know, enjoying date nut bread. I mean, if you're from back east, basically it's like a religion. I mean, people love date nut bread here. And I'm going to eyeball a few things since I've done this so many times here.
Now, let me ask you, why hot water? Why did you...
To soften the bran a little bit.
Got it.
Because the bran, even though the bran is pliable right there, it does help a little bit. So we want to put the water, the oil, and the bran in the large bowl. And then we want to, if you want, I'm going to let you start softening that a little bit right there. And then I'll move these over here and get these out of your way. And then I'm going to go ahead and put the OJ and the molasses and the honey, pardon me, and we've got these combined already right here with perfect amounts. As I was saying, I'm used to having date nut bread growing up. But the problem is cooking that, to me, was a problem. It was either too hard on the outside or too moist on the inside, and I found that by doing muffins, I got the consistency that I wanted, and I was very, very happy with it. So do a little buttermilk right there.
Yeah, because I think a lot of people would think, I mean, we are doing a breakfast for dinner type of theme, but it's very interesting to be doing muffins.
Yes.
For dessert, really.
It really is not meant to be a side dish. I mean, this is dessert, and I wanted to do something that had the holiday theme to it, and we always had date nut bread during the holidays, so it was a beautiful thing, and I wanted to make sure that you had a chance to try some of my tradition right here.
Got the orange zest going on.
Yes.
Yeah.
And by the way, I put orange juice in there, and I wasn't going to put the zest in it at first, but you know, it adds a little extra pop to it, and I like, I mean, are you a zest girl? Do you like the lemon zest?
I am, but I will tell you, that looks like, I mean, you have truly slices of the peel in there. That's much more than the zest.
Yes, yes. I mean, we got a little extra in here because we got a little overzealous with the zest there, and I just like using a lot of Z words on the show, so that's why I'm good with that. But no, basically here, what we want to do. Oh, you see, that's looking beautiful right there. Okay.
I'll try to kind of
that's looking
mush it down as much as I can.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Okay. So what we're going to do is basically we're going to now add the wet part right in there, and go ahead and stir that around a little bit.
All right. And you've really made this, you know, obviously healthy with the bran and also the whole wheat flour.
Yes, I mean, I'm a healthy guy. I don't like having too much, artificial stuff, and I just like things to have a nutty and earthy feel to it. And anything with wheat, anything with bran. By the way, the kids won't even know there's bran in there, for goodness sakes.
Okay, we won't say.
You know, don't tell the kids at holiday time that you put bran in their dessert. They won't even care. So.
Okay.
All right.
Combining the dry with the wet now.
Correct. And after you start stirring that, I'm going to add the dates and the nuts. And by the way, we add these at the end again.
again, to get that extra consistency going. So you want to taste the crunch of the nuts. You want the fruitiness. You don't want that to be too wet. And you can see it is going to be, yeah, it's coming together right now. All right, you let me know when you're ready.
Okay.
You know, it's funny, dates and nuts, it's like my love life before I met my girlfriend, you know that? But that's another story. So we'll go ahead and add these right here. Nice.
You are endless, Dave. Endless.
I love you, Tram.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Mix those up. Nice.
More dates than nuts, huh? Or maybe the other way around.
A lot of nuts on dates. There you go. But that's exactly the way it's supposed to look right there. I mean, it's not supposed to be runny. It's supposed to be nice and fluffy like that. Exactly. And if you want, we can start scooping that sucker in here. And we'll be good to go.
No, you don't use a, you're just going to use a spoon.
Seriously, I'm just going to use the spoon here because you want to have even amounts. And
no, you can also use the cupcake liners in here too.
Absolutely, you bet. And by the way, one thing that I didn't do just now, and only because I know that we do have a swab out because this does take time to make here.
Sure.
If you are not going to use the paper cups, you do want to spray this so they don't stick inside there. Okay.
Now, how long would you put this in the oven for?
About 18 to 20 minutes.
And how much?
About 375. 375 for about 18 to 20 minutes. And I would check it at 18 because just like your stove is different than my stove, your oven might be different than my oven. And it's better for it to be a little undercooked because when you take it out, it keeps cooking for a little while.
Yeah, exactly.
And you want to cool these down as well, too. You want to make sure they cool down for at least 10 to 15 minutes. The worst thing you can do at holiday time is burn the roof of your mouth, so you don't want to do that.
No.
And so we definitely want to make sure, see, this is going to be perfect for 12 right here.
Now, I'm wondering, have you thought about putting bananas in here?
You know, I've put just
for more moisture, you know?
Yeah. I mean, do you love bananas?
I do.
Put them in. Why not?
Bananas, bananas and nuts, I'm crazy about them,
Absolutely. You can put anything in there. Apples, you can put in there.
That's a good idea.
Some nutmeg, if you want to add a little extra spice in there. You want to put some cinnamon.
Especially around the holidays. Absolutely.
Oh, you know, I mean, anything that spices around the house time. I love having those scented candles around holiday time that make it smell like, you know, Thanksgiving, Christmas, all that stuff. So I definitely want to add that feeling to the date. This is going to be perfect right here.
It is. I'm going to let you finish up. We'll pop it in the oven.
Let's pop it.
It is tamale time in today's In Your Neighborhood segment. Celeste Rodriguez headed to La Tolteca near downtown Phoenix to watch the tamale makers in action. Take a look.
Hi, Tram. It's the holidays, and for lots of families, it means get-togethers and having fun, whether or not it's baking. Well, for my family and for a lot of families here in Arizona, that means tamale making. Today, we're going to try some dessert tamales. Veronica here at La Tolteca is going to tell us how to do it. Now, I got to say, Veronica, I was telling you, my family, we do like the beef and things like that, but this is really cool. This is like desserts. Who doesn't want a dessert around the holidays?
Yes, we all do. We all love sweets.
Now, I actually have heard of like chocolate tamales. Oh, how do you make those?
You can just melt the chocolate, you know, melt it into the masa and do some chips, and then when it's cooked, you know, you get the melty chocolate. It's really easy to make. That's one of the wonderful things about Christmas, you know, getting together with the family. And, you know, tamales is, you know, is something that you can get together with the family. You make so many different tamales, you know, beef, pork, strawberry, you know, pineapple. It's amazing, and you're gathering with the family, kids and everybody.
And I think the options are endless. I mean, you could do any kind, anything, kind of what, you know, what fits your fancy type thing.
That's right. If you want to just do veggie tamale, you can do veggie tamale. Just put some carrots and asparagus, and you're all set.
Okay, thank you, Veronica. Tram, so get together with your friends and family and try something new. These dessert tamales are incredible. We'll send it back to you in the kitchen.
I love tamales. Celeste, thank you. We are going to be enjoying Dave's breakfast for dinner meal after the break. Stay with us. Welcome back, everyone. It is now time to eat the ham and Swiss cheese crepes and the bran muffins, which are in the oven. Why don't we drizzle a little bit more of that delicious holiday sauce?
You told me you definitely love your sauce, so we want to get some extra on there, and that is nice and warm. And let's make it a little warm right there for you as well.
And actually, I'm going to turn this plate around because I would love to have some with the asparagus. Okay, and again, the muffins, they went in the oven for how long?
For about 18 to 20 minutes. You want to check it at about 18 minutes here. I mean, it's always better to undercook them than overcook them.
Right.
But quite honestly, 18 minutes, you need at least 18 minutes in there.
At
so
375.
Yes.
And we'll let folks know, too, that we did do a swap out, so you're not burning your bare hands.
No, I don't often take things out of the oven with my bare hands, not even at holiday time. So we're going to leave this right here.
So funny, Dave.
All right.
Okay, I have to get a chunk of the cheese and the ham in there.
I'm going to go for this one right here, actually. I'm looking for the really good ones
there. This is wonderful. Are you a big a breakfast for dinner guy?
You know what? I love breakfast. I really do. You know, it's the most important meal of the day, and why not have an important meal at the end of the day, too, as far as I'm concerned. So.
Okay. Oh, my goodness. My mouth is watering because of this sauce. Okay. Oh, my goodness, that's big. Mmm. I'm telling you, that is so delicious. That sauce makes it. That sauce makes it.
Isn't that nice? A little wine in there, a little Dijon in there. Oh, my goodness.
Delicious. Have a great evening, folks. Enjoy breakfast for dinner.